Groove City. Groove City. Can't forget price exchange in Groove City. Groove City sideline your team, man. Career IR. Groove City ENT, man. You know we the best. The spirit of growth. So we hit the Groove City radio show.
What's going on out there? This is the Groove City Radio Show. It's your boy Perez 6, aka Rez JR. I got my man DJ Dirty Yella on the show today with me.
Hey, what it is, you know what I'm saying? You and I can make it happen. Aphiliates, you know what it is. Dude, Dirty Yella in the building.
He's a mixtape DJ in the game right now, you know, making things happen with various artists such as Yo Gotti, Gucci Mane, and other DJs like DJ Drama. So we're going to get into it and just get an in-depth analysis from him. You know? So, Yella, that's cool?
Alright, that's a bet, homie.
Alright, well, first off, what events or people in your life made you decide to follow the path that you did to the career you have now?
Well, you know, as I was coming up, I was always surrounded around music, you know. So, you know, my mom probably played a big part in it, you know. She always had me around music. She was always playing music and, you know, even being in the church and all that, you know, I was always surrounded by music, my grandmother. And it really, as I got older, my stepfather, he ended up buying me my first piece of equipment. You know, he gave me his old computer and, you know, started me out with a drum machine. And then that's pretty much how I got into it. You know, he always supported me, so, you know, he always got me everything that I needed to do. He gave me a piece of studio equipment piece by piece, you know what I mean? He ended up giving me the little mixer, and then, you know, we just went on from there. I was about 14 when that happened, so ever since then, I've been rocking out with it.
Okay. When you got your first, quote-unquote, big-time break, you know, did you ever feel like it was too much for you to handle in a way?
Really? As far as big time break, I don't even feel like I've had that actual big time break because we still working like nothing's ever happened. You know what I mean? So, I mean, because there's a lot of people that really still don't know who Dirty Yella is or who You and I Can Make It Happen Entertainment is.
Right, I can feel that.
Honestly, every time that we accomplish a bigger goal, you know, it always seems like it's a little bit more to handle because with more things that you accomplish, you know, the more responsibility that you have to keep on moving forward. So, yeah, every time you make an accomplishment or you reach another goal, it's always something. It's always a lot more to handle. Yeah, each level you go up, you know, the further you go up, the more you have to deal with.
Well, you know, that seems to be the case in a lot of job markets, not even just music. It seems to be a wide variety too. But have you ever thought of the sequence of events that pretty much led you to where you are in your company now?
To tell you the truth, when I really first started, like I wanted to be a rapper. You know what I'm saying? Like most. But as I got older, it got to the point where there wasn't nobody making beats. You know what I mean? I got to the point where I was like, well, let me try with the beats, because I used to do the beatboxing and the beating on the tables and all that too, you know what I'm saying? Like, everybody didn't know how to beat on the table and keep the rhythm, you know what I'm saying? Everybody didn't know how to beatbox with their mouth and keep the rhythm, you know what I'm saying? So, you know, when I got good at that, you know what I mean, I was like, well, maybe I should really try to make beats, you know what I mean? So,
okay.
When I got that first piece of equipment, I almost put down the microphone, like, for real.
And why did you come to that decision?
When I did my research, I was like, well, I saw that the rappers wasn't really getting all the money. You know what I'm saying? I saw that the producers were the ones really getting the money. So I was like, you know, I'm on to the next one. You know what I mean?
Okay, well, seeing that you took that attitude, you know, towards your profession, what do you feel is the most troublesome problem that you have come across that made you a better leader?
Every time that I figured out that there was something that I needed that I couldn't get done, I learned how to do it myself. When I used to want to rap, like I figured out, well, I didn't have nobody making beats, so and I need beats, so now I'm gonna have to do it myself. So I learned how to make beats. You know what I'm saying? When I figured out that I needed to build a brand with my beats and with the rappers that I surround myself with, I was like, well, I need a mixtape DJ or I need a DJ. So I figured out how to do it myself. You know what I'm saying? So that's what happened.
So has there been anything lately that you've had to accomplish like that?
Lately, I've been doing graphic work because I haven't had a graphic designer on deck. So, I figured out how to do graphics. I got the Photoshop, you know what I'm saying? Time doesn't stop. You got to keep moving. Sometimes you might not have all the money you need to do something, you got to pick it up and you got to do it yourself. There's nothing out here that pretty much that I won't do if I have to do it in order to achieve the goal that I'm setting out to do.
Yeah, that's a decent way to look at it. But as a mixtape DJ, how do you keep your business fresh and, so to speak, on the radar?
It all goes back to the mixtapes, man. It all goes back to the mixtapes, man. Mixtapes come out every week.
Okay.
Thing is, the quality mixtapes, those are the ones that stand out. But, we put our business all over the mixtape, you know what I mean? We stamp that throughout the music, we stamp the brand throughout the music, the business on the front cover. With mixtapes coming out as consistent as they do, it's helpful to always have that name. You know what I'm saying? Whatever your name is, it's always helpful to have that name in the streets, like 24/7. You got to be consistent. The mixtape game kind of keeps you up on your toes if you're a part of it, because you have to drop consistently. You can't sit around and not drop for a month or 2 months or 3 months, 6 months. You know what I'm saying? You gotta pretty much be up on it. You putting it out consistently. The rewards are that much greater.
So using that, how do you go about keeping the people around you motivated?
With it being the mixtape industry, the DJs are like regular people. You got some DJs that are straight big-headed and, you know what I'm saying, they feel like they done did it all because they done been on a couple of TV shows or whatnot. But most of these mixtape DJs, they don't have any real record deals. They're kind of like neighborhood celebrities. Don't get me wrong, they do get money. They are on a status. Their status is pretty much on a big level, almost as if they were like a Lil Wayne in their area.
So as far as professionalism, how would you do it that way?
To hold the professionalism, I'd say it's dealing with a lot of different artists that don't understand that it's a business, that what you're trying to do is a business.
Okay, so on top of trying to get them to realize that, how do you keep your mind focused on the task at hand,
Just about having positive energy, man, because I'll be honest with you, sometimes I do get unmotivated, on a day-to-day basis. When 100 things go right, it seems like 200 might go wrong. You gotta be optimistic, you know what I mean, and make sure that everybody sees the end result and sees the goals. I try to make sure everybody's taken care of. I try to make sure that they understand that I'm working as hard as I can for them, so that they'll in return work that hard for me.
Okay, basically it's mutual respect. So we got one last question, and that is, as the game changes and things become more diverse, how do you adapt to the changes?
You got to do your research. You got to pay attention. You got to pay attention to everybody's moves, Personal lives. I try to pay attention to what moves different people are making in the industry as far as their businesses go. You know what I mean? I stay on the internet. I'm following different people in the game that are really way ahead of me. Just a lot of different people that are way ahead of where I am right now, and I try to pay attention. I don't want to miss anything. I do a lot of business with the Aphiliates. My man DJ Drama, he's on TV all the time now. He was on CNN in a discussion. You feel what I'm saying about healthcare? Like you wouldn't have had DJ Clue or DJ Kid Capri or any of them on CNN 5 years ago. It's a lot. You just gotta pay attention, man. Just follow the leaders, man. And always try to be innovative and come up with your own ways. You always want to try to figure out what your own lane could be.
There you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Straight from the horse's mouth, DJ Dirty Yella, letting everybody know out there on the Groove City Radio Show how it is in the life and times of a mixtape DJ. Sometimes it's hard, sometimes it's fun, You just gotta grind it out, basically. Well, that's all the time that we got for today. I'd like to thank my man DJ Dirty Yella for coming through on the show with us. And for everybody else out there, I'll see you again, same time, same place, same station. It's the Groove City Radio Show. Remember, we walk by faith, not by sight. Chill.